Self Compassion The Proven Power of Being Kind to Yourself by Christian Neff. Introduction The Heart of Self Compassion. Christian Neff's Self Compassion is a deeply moving and research backed guide to one of the life's most misunderstood strengths being kind to yourself. In a world that glorifies perfection, hustle, and competition, we often speak to ourselves more harshly we ever would to another person. This book gently reveals that self compassion is not weakness or self pity, but a powerful foundation for emotional strength, resilience, and authentic growth. Dr. Neff, one of the leading researchers in this field, defines self compassion as treating yourself with the same kindness, care, and understanding you would show a close friend when they suffer, feel inadequate. It's about learning to stand in your own corner even when the world or your own mind seems against you. Part 1. What self compassion really means. Neff explains that self compassion has three main components, each of which works together to create emotional balance and strength. Self kindness versus self judgment. Self kindness means being gentle and understanding toward yourself when you suffer or make mistakes. Instead of criticizing or punishing yourself, I'm useless, I always fail. You say it's okay, everyone is struggle sometimes, I'm trying my best. This doesn't mean avoiding responsibility, it means you hold yourself accountable without cruelty. Common humanity versus isolation. One of the biggest lies of suffering is that we believe we are alone. Self compassion reminds you that imperfection is part of being human. Everyone feels pain, loss, and shame sometimes. When you realize this, your struggle becomes a bridge of connection, not a wall of isolation. Mindfulness versus over identification. Mindfulness means observing your emotions with openness and balance, not suppressing them or being consumed by them. For example, when you are sad, instead of drowning in self pity, you gently acknowledge I'm feeling sadness right now. It's part of being human. This awareness creates a space between you and your suffering, giving you control over how to respond. Together, these three pillars form the foundation of emotional stability and resilience, a quiet inner strength that grows even in pain. Part 2 The Myths of Self Compassion. Christian Neff addresses several common myths that stop people from practicing self compassion. It will make me lazy or unmotivated. Actually, research shows self compassion people are more motivated. Harsh self criticism often leads to fear and paralysis. Kindness helps you learn from mistakes and try again. When you support yourself, you don't give up, you grow. It's selfish. True compassion always include yourself. When you are kind to yourself, you have more energy and patience for others. It's like refilling your cup. Only then you pour for someone else. It's self pity. Self pity exaggerates personal suffering and isolates us. Self compassion recognizes pain as part of the shared human experience and helps us move through it with balance and strength. It's weak. In truth, it takes great courage to be kind to yourself when your mind screams you are not enough. Self compassion is emotional bravery, standing up for yourself internally when no one else does. Part 3 Why we struggle to be kind to ourselves. Neff explains that many of us grow up in environments where love and approval are conditional, based on achievement, appearance, and obedience. We internalize the idea that we must be perfect to be worthy of love. This creates an inner critic, a harsh internal voice that believes it's helping us succeed, but by punishing failure. But instead of making us stronger, it weakens our confidence and fuels anxiety, depression, and burnout. Self compassion helps you replace that critic with a caring inner coach, one that holds you accountable with love, not shame. Neff encourages readers to notice how they talk to themselves and consciously soften that tone. The first step is simply awareness, seeing your inner dialogue clearly without judgment. Part 4: How to practice self compassion. Here are the core exercises and ideas Naf suggests for cultivating self compassion. The self compassion break. Whenever you feel stressed, pause and say, "This is a moment of suffering." Mindfulness. Suffering is part of life, common humanity. May I be kind to myself right now? Self kindness. The short pause can completely shift how you handle pain. Writing a letter to yourself. Write to yourself as if you were writing to a dear friend who is suffering. Express empathy, understanding, and encouragement. This helps train your mind to respond to pain with warmth, not criticism. Physical gestures of care. A hand on your heart, a deep breath, or a gentle hug can calm the nervous system. The body recognizes kindness before the mind does. Changing your self talk. When you catch your inner critic, you are so stupid, gently replace it with compassion. That was hard, but I can learn from it. Over time, this creates a new supportive inner voice. Meditation and mindful awareness. Life offers guided meditations that focus on loving kindness and forgiveness. These practices slowly build emotional resilience and warmth. Part 5: Self compassion in real life. Neff applies self compassion to various real life struggles, failure, body image, relationships, and parenting. Failure self compassion helps you view mistakes as opportunities, not proof of unworthiness. It turns a failure into "I failed at this, but that doesn't define me." Body image. Instead of trying to love your body only when it meets a certain ideal, you learn to appreciate it for what it allows you to experience life itself. Relationships. When you are kinder to yourself, you expect less perfection from others and communicate with empathy instead of blame. Parenting. Parents often criticize themselves harshly. Enough reminds them the best gift you can give your child is your own self compassion. Part 6: The transformative power of self compassion. When practiced consistently, self compassion transforms your emotional landscape. You become less reactive, less afraid of failure, and more open to growth. Instead of chasing self esteem, which depends on success or comparison, you build inner stability that doesn't vanish when things go wrong. Naf beautifully summarizes this by saying, "With self compassion, we give ourselves the same kindness and care we would give to a good friend." You start living from a place of inner security, not because life gets easier, but because you stop being your own enemy. Key lessons in quotes. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. Mindfulness lets you ride life's ups and downs without drowning. Being kind to yourself isn't self indulgent, it's self preserving. You can't heal what you hate. Love, no judgment, heals the wound of shame. Only compassion can transform pain into wisdom. Our culture teaches us to conquer our inner world. Self compassion teaches us to care for it.